What if I told you I manifested a trip to South Africa, $25,000 in cash, and a trip to France, all because I asked for it out loud the night before? And it worked. But it didn't start with money or miracles. It started with parking spaces. Hi, everybody. It's me, Sunshine Daye, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy, where we awaken to the truth of who we are and we learn how to live freely, joyfully, and powerfully in sobriety. Today, we're going to continue our journey out of victimhood and into spiritual maturity, specifically the second quadrant of consciousness. Life happens by me. And this is where we begin to remember to use the creative intelligence within us, that spark of spirit, that spark of good, that spark of joy, that source that doesn't want to help you survive. It wants to help you create a life you love. Yeah, that spark doesn't want you to just survive. This is really about creating the life that we crave. Now, in our last episode, we were looking at the stage, life happens to me, that victim stage. We call it victimhood. It sounds like, why is this happening to me? And other people have it so much easier. And if only I had more money, if only I looked better, if only my luck was better, if only I lived in a different neighborhood. And believe me, I lived there. I had all of those thoughts and more, but something shifted when I started asking a different question. Instead of why me, I started asking, by me? Like, could this be happening for me? Could this be happening for me? Not to me, but could it be happening for me so that I awaken, so that I grow? So is this happening for me so that I learn something? Is there something about what's happening that I'm calling to me that's actually happening for me? And I started out really small. I mean, here's how small I started. I would be on my way to an event, and I, for just a few minutes, would imagine a parking spot waiting for me, somewhere close so I didn't have to walk far. I didn't hope. I saw it. I felt it. I claimed it. And when I got there, wouldn't you know, somebody would be pulling out of a spot, like right by the door. And that was just the beginning. I started trusting this process that was moving me from powerless to powerful. Hear me now. I was moving from this place of helpless and hopeless to this place of I'm creating and I'm listening and I'm co-creating. And I was no longer powerless, but powerful, because I began to tap into this power and presence within me that is the solution to all of my daily living situations. Now, let me tell you a story about how this all unfolded for me, right? Now, as a kid, I used to watch the Hollywood Squares with Paul Lynde as the center square. I'd sit on the floor, glued to the screen, imagining me on that show, and that one day the host would be smiling at me and handing me the envelope and saying, congratulations. I mean, I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones. Now, fast forward years later, like years and years later, because I'm an adult now and I'm watching television and the new Hollywood Squares is on. And this time Whoopi Goldberg is the host. Yeah, like something in me totally lit up. I remembered that childhood feeling and that vision. And I said, let me look into this. let me see. And I found out how to go on an audition for the show. I went for it. I kept seeing myself win. Now, the night before filming in Los Angeles, a friend called me. She was excited for me. And she's like, okay, bro, what do you want? Like, meaning, what do I want from this experience that I'm about to have to go film and to go be, on the show, The Hollywood Squares? And without hesitation, I said, I want $10,000. I want a trip to Africa, and I want a new car. And guess what? I became the very first 5-time champion on the Hollywood Squares. I won $25,000 in cash. I won a trip to South Africa, and I won a trip to France. I spoke it. I saw it. I experienced it. I called it forth. I felt it in my bones. Now, listen, this didn't just happen overnight, even though it seems like it happened overnight. That childhood vision took years to manifest. But there's a creative principle at work here. It lives in you. It lives in me. It's not outside of us. It is living as us. And it's not God pulling the puppet strings from the sky. It's this living presence within me, within you, that is waiting to be activated. And that's what it means, life by me. Now, we got to be willing, though, to release something in order to access this power and presence. And we got to be willing to release victimhood. Let me say it again. You have to be willing to release victimhood. And you got to say to yourself, I'm not helpless. I'm willing. I'm powerful. I'm connected to the power and presence that creates galaxies. And I can use it to create my life in sobriety. Now, here's a quick and simple warm up, and start simple. We call this manifesting parking spots, palaces, and princess or princesses. Manifesting those 3 P's, right? So this is your only assignment. Start by creating a parking spot for yourself. Now, you might not drive, but if you do drive, or even, if you drive, see the parking spot, wherever it is that you're going, feel it. Give thanks in advance for it. I'm grateful for the parking spot. And then go to the event and find your spot. And when you find it, smile and say, yeah, that's me co-creating with spirit. Yep, that's me. That's me co-creating with spirit. That's a part of our healing. Now, if you don't drive, have it be that you find, some money, whether it's a penny or a quarter or a dime or a dollar or $5. See it happening where you're walking, where you're engaged, or even when you're washing clothes and you find that money in the pocket, right? And let it be playful. When you find it, be like, there I go, co-creating with spirit. Let it be playful and let it be light. This is a part of our moving out of victimhood into life happens by me. Beloved, victimhood is going to try to sneak back into your life through blame, through fear, through lack, but you know your way out now. You know that way out. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what am I willing to create by me? What am I willing to create out of this particular circumstance? Because you've got the power. The presence is right where you are, so you might as well use it for your highest and best. This is a spiritual remedy. My name is Sunshine Daye, and I look forward to taking us into the next step of our spiritual consciousness, and unfoldment. Until the next time, know that you are loved and supported.